All right, Freestyle Friday coming at you again. I'm recording this episode on Monday before Thanksgiving, November 24th, at around 9:11 a.m. And this is the post HYROX episode, the lessons I learned in HYROX. And if it's your first time to Freestyle Fridays, this is uncut, unedited, uncensored, unscripted. I have no notes here. Actually, the only thing sitting in front of me right now is the grocery list for Thanksgiving. We already ordered that through Instacart, so hopefully that stuff will arrive a little bit later today. But all right. Well, the first thing was my goal for HYROX was to finish, to make it through, right? To finish HYROX. And I was able to do that. But let me tell you something. It was beyond a shadow of a doubt the hardest physical challenge I have ever put myself through. The toughest thing I've ever accomplished. I didn't think it was going to be this tough. I knew it would be hard, but when I tell you it was difficult, I can't even put into words how challenging it was. And first, I want to thank my wife, Nikki. She was there supporting me the whole way. She kept me from quitting a couple times where I wanted to just say, man, forget this. I'm done. I'm ready to go back to the hotel room. She kept me on the course and kept me motivated. And I want to thank Logan, my videographer, who was there, captured a ton of great content. We're going to release a lot of that in the upcoming weeks. But he followed me around the whole course and did a lot of really cool things. But here's the thing, too, is that there's no doubt in my mind that my son CJ was looking down from heaven on me and helping me. I drew strength from him multiple times, and God also reached out and lifted me up a couple of times for sure when I was ready to quit, ready to give up. And we call those tests, right? Challenges in our life. What if they would look at them as tests instead of looking at this, oh, well, I shouldn't do this. Well, maybe it's a test. You should do it, but just they're trying to prove, you need to prove that you really want to do it. So I kept having those tests throughout. And I'll just run through the whole summary here. This is probably going to be a little longer call than normal, but we started out, got to the facility, stretched, ready to go, had a good night's sleep, and got there and was ready to go. Just stretched, warmed up, kind of took in the environment. Things were cool. I got to meet up with a couple really nice people from First Form because I had some First Form gear on when I was warming up, and one of the executives from First Form happened to be there and came over and talked to me, which is really nice and gave me some motivation. And we start out, we're in the corral, we're starting off with takeoff running. I start off a nice slow jogging pace because it's me against me. I wasn't trying to beat a time. I wasn't trying to beat anybody, just me against me. And I get around the first 2 laps and I head into the ski erg and I start doing the ski erg, which is a stand-up ski machine simulating like cross-country skiing. And about halfway through that, the left side of my back cramps up. I'm like, okay, let's just work through this, right? Let's just push through. So I push through, I take off to run, and I can't run. My left side is cramping up. My IT band, I'm in trouble already. We're just out the gate and I'm in trouble. So I work through that. I get back around to the sled push. I stretch on the ground for like 5 minutes before I can do the sled push just to loosen my back and side up. Push the sled, no issues, get through it, take off again. And I'm starting to get some support, like people in the crowd. I have no idea who they are cheering me on. Let's go, Chris. And they're cheering for me, which was an amazing feeling. Get back out there, still struggling with the run, having to walk most of it. Come back in, sled pull, work through the sled pull, stop, stretch again because I'm so tight. And work my way back around the track, come back in. And this is the thing that really will get you. If you've never done HYROX before, broad jump burpees will steal your soul. They will absolutely steal your soul. My heart rate was spiking. Now, the broad jump was great. I was able to broad jump, 2.5 to 2.5 yards every single time just to kind of keep the momentum going. But I've got to do 100 yards with a burpee in between every one. And going down to the ground with one arm in the burpees, it's tough. It just puts a lot of pressure on on my shoulder and my back. So as I get down and I push myself back up, each time it's like doing a full 1-arm push-up. I had to stop and breathe multiple times through that just because my heart rate was spiking at 175, 178 beats a minute. And I worked my way through. I got through the broad jump burpees, but I can tell you the broad jump burpees, by far the most difficult exercise in the whole event, without a doubt. Get back on the track, come back in, and now it's time to row. Knocked the row out, no issues. Got right through the rowing. We adjusted a little bit. I cranked it out. Probably my best timed event besides the 2 sleds. Get out, run, come back in. Farmer's carry. 24 kilogram kettlebell. And honestly, that 24 kilogram kettlebell, I think it weighs somewhere around 60 pounds, 55, 60 pounds. Carrying that one kettlebell on one side is tougher than carrying it on both. Okay. Both sides. Like when you have it on both sides, it balances you out. One side you're carrying it and it's holding you down, and really it was tough. Put a lot of stress on that right leg. That's for 200 meters. Arm was dead. Get through that. Again, support from the crowd, support from my wife, keeping me going. Back around the track 2 more times, come back in, and then now it's time for sandbag lunges. And I use a strap called an Aldridge arm. And the Aldridge arm fits across my body. If you've seen any of my videos where I'm deadlifting or doing different things, it helps support things. So we get the strap, put it in the sandbag, put it on my shoulder, and clip me in. What I didn't realize was it wasn't clipped in enough. It was sagging and putting most of the weight on the right side. I take off, and these lunges, you're lunging and your knees are hitting the carpet every time, but underneath the carpet is just concrete. So it's like solid concrete every single time. You're doing your best not to hit the ground hard, but think about how tired your legs are at that point. It's just like, just do what you got to do. So I'm bleeding from one knee. The other knee's almost ready to bleed. I'm really struggling to get through this because my legs are just feel like they're going to give out. I make the turn and I start heading back for home the next 40 meters. And about halfway through that next round of 40 meters, about 20 meters to go, I start to wobble. And I go down to one knee to do my lunge, and I fall. I literally fall over because the sandbag is so moved off my shoulders. It's moved to my right side. Like I literally have all the weight on my right side, and I eat it face first on the carpet. Boom. So I'm laying there. Here comes the support staff. They're running over. They're like, let's get the bag off you. I'm like, no, I'm not quitting. One guy's like, here, let me get you out of the way. I'm like, no, leave me where I'm at, right? Like, give me just a minute. And he's like, you want me to take your shoes off? I'm like, why would you want to take my shoes off, dude? I'm not quitting, right? I told you I'm either going to, when I compete in this event, I'm either going to finish or take me off in a stretcher, and I'm not ready for a stretcher yet. Okay. So leave my shoes alone. Weirdest thing, oh, take your shoes off. Why would you want to take my shoes off? Anyways, I could rant on that forever. So as I'm done talking to everybody, I'm like, get away from me. Give me a minute. I don't know how long I was there. It was a little while, regaining my confidence and my strength back. I got back up, put it back on my shoulders, and finished the next 20 meters. Take the bag off and go. At this point, I've got 0 left in the legs, right? They're totally shot. I wobble walk around the last 2 laps. Like I can barely move, but I'm coming into the home stretch. I have one more exercise to go. I come into around the corner, and here's the wall balls. And wall balls, if you don't know what they are, they're squats with a medicine ball, and you throw the medicine ball up 10 feet in the air. Now, the adaptive division, I have to just hold on to the ball and do the squats, but it's 100 squats. So I do my first squat, and they said, that's not low enough. I'm like, oh man, I'm going to be in trouble. He said, I'm going to bring a box over, and I'm going to put it underneath you so you can squat down and touch the box, and that'll be low enough. I'm like, okay. So they bring the box in. Now, the crowds are gathered everywhere. It's the finish line. There's people everywhere. They're up in the grandstands. They're cheering me on. The MC comes over with the microphone. He's like, this is Chris. He's an adaptive athlete. And everybody's just screaming my name and cheering me on. And I'm going through the wall ball squats, right? 10, 15, 20. You got to drop the ball and take a break. Then I get back up and I get through it and push and push and push. Now I've got 12 more to go. I'm standing there. My heart rate's almost 180 beats a minute. I'm doing everything I can just to figure out a way to get through. And I sucked it up and I knocked out the next 12 unbroken, right? The final 12 I finished without stopping. I throw the wall ball down. I go up on stage. I finish and I lay on the ground. I literally laid on the ground for a while. But that's the brief summary of what competition was. Now, here's the lessons I learned. One is I'm way stronger than I thought I was, way stronger mentally and physically. Like, I know I can get through anything in life now. Like, this was just something else. We call the adversity accelerator, intentionally creating adversity in my life to be better, stronger for the next time life blindsides me, but also just to prove to my family and the people that I love that you can get through this too, right? What you can. And also when I'm 80 years old, I can sit around and say, I'm a badass. I finished HYROX, you know. That's one of the big things for me is having these life resume events to prove I can do it. But the support that I got from the crowd was amazing. My wife was there. She had this sign holding up and she's cheering me on. And I cried probably 4 or 5 times during the event, just overcome by the emotion of what I was actually accomplishing, right? Like, just overcome the emotion. I had multiple conversations with my son, CJ. I know you're watching me, son. I need your help right now. Please give me some help. And we had multiple conversations. And I got to tell you, I don't remember most of the event. I just gave you some highlights because I was just in this zone of there's nothing going to stop me. I'm going to complete it. There's nothing that could take me off this course but myself. And here's the lesson I want you to listen to really, just really with intentionality. There's nothing that can stop you but yourself. Quitting and giving up should not be an option. If it's something that you really want in life, figure out a way to go get it. Put yourself in the right position to go get it. And don't quit when it gets hard. When it gets hard, pick up the pace. Do a little more. Have a little more focus. Ask for some support. Ask for some help. Put yourself through the grind to get to the other side of where you want to be. I'm a different person today than I was when I got on that plane Friday and flew to Dallas, Texas. I'm a different person than I was when the race started, right? I'm a different person than I was during the race compared to now that I finished it. This is something else I've accomplished that I can do, I can draw from, strength from, receipts, proof I've been here before. And I can tell you right now, it's just starting again. It's just the beginning. The things I'm going to start accomplishing now at a higher level because I've got this extra thing to pull from. Look out, competition. Look out, everybody else, because you're not ready for what's about to happen next, right? I have reinvented myself from going through something that difficult. And that's the only thing that's stopping you, is finding a way to draw from passion you have inside, support from others to get to that next level, to be who you really want to be. Stop saying who you want to be and go do it, right? I was talking to a close friend the other day. I said, don't talk about it, be about it, right? You said you want to do something, go do it. Attempt to do it. In the sales and business world where I spend most of my time, what does your calendar look like? Are you doing what you say you're going to do? Is it on your calendar? Is it intentional? I don't want to hear the excuses. I didn't have time to make my calls. I didn't have time to do these things. I just couldn't get it done. I'm a 53-year-old one-armed man who just completed HYROX. Oh, and by the way, got first place in the division too. So like, your excuses mean nothing to me, right? They should mean nothing to you too. Stop giving yourself a pass and keeping up all this bullshit telling you can't get where you want to go because you just can't find the time, or I just can't find the motivation. The time and the motivation are all there. You just got to figure out where they're at. So find something that's going to challenge you and push you and make you uncomfortable and continue to attack it until you get the results in life you want. I'm just starting on my next level, right? I'm just starting. And Saturday was the start of it all. Getting out there in HYROX, being part of something bigger than myself, going out there and trying to impact others. Now, one of the cool things that happened was I came back later that evening for the awards ceremony and had multiple people come up to me and talk to me and congratulate me. Hey, I watched you, man. I was following you. That was amazing what you did. That's why you do it. That's why I did it, to impact other people so they can see what's possible. I met a couple other adaptive athletes, had a great time having conversations with them. And we're all out there to prove that we can do anything somebody with two limbs or somebody who can walk can do. We can be right there with you and compete with you. So what's holding you back? What lies are you telling yourself? What excuses are you telling yourself? And here's the thing. You're going to be exactly where you are today or worse a year from now if you don't stop with the bullshit. Okay? If you don't stop with the excuses on why you can't do something. Well, I sure would like to start a business someday. Okay, well, go do it. I sure would like to take a leap and go to that new big company. Okay, well, go do it. I sure would like to be in business, do business with this company or these referral partners, or I'd like to be a speaker, or I'd like to write a book. Go do it. Stop giving yourself a pass on why you can't do it. Because a year from now, again, you'll be in the same spot, probably worse than you are right now, if you don't start taking action towards what really lights you up, what ignites your soul, what you're passionate about. And stop worrying about everybody else was thinking. I never once thought about when I literally thought about quitting multiple times. And what other people thought about it, I wasn't thinking about that. All I could think about was how much I would just be disappointed in myself for putting in all the training, not getting through it. Now, I didn't really want to quit at any time. I felt pain. I felt discomfort. I was going to go through it no matter what. But it was nice to have my wife look at me and go, nope, you get back out there, you're not done. Get back out there, you're not done. All right, so that's my rant for Freestyle Friday. This is going to air the day after Thanksgiving, so I hope you had an amazing Thanksgiving with your family, your friends. I hope that you find the time to share this with somebody you think can benefit from it. But put something on your calendar. If you say you're going to do something, schedule it today. Man, I'm going to run a half marathon in 2026. Great. Get off this call and book it and pay for it. Right? I'm going to do a full marathon. I'm going to do HYROX, whatever it is. Get off this podcast now and go find one, book it, pay for it, buy the plane ticket, get the hotel room, have it all done. So that part is taken off your plate. And then you got to go put in the work. All right. Thanks for tuning into Freestyle Fridays, and I hope to see you next week.